Good morning. Yes, indeed. And a fine, lovely morning in the winter it is today. You may be thinking to yourself, hey man, you're you're all layered up, but you're inside. What's going on? It's almost as if you're cold. Yeah. Can you see my breath? Can you see the steam from my hot cocoa? So last night I woke up probably around, 3:30, 4 a.m. Probably closer to 3:30. Woke up the first time, had to pee real bad. And goddamn, it was cold. I checked the thermostat, 45 degrees. What? I just had the new 100-gallon tank, replaced, refilled, whatever, from the front office yesterday. It was working fine all day yesterday. It was working all night last night, all night up to the point where it stopped. Like, I went to bed and it was working. I had it set to like 64. It was comfortable. I was able to hop in bed with like a t-shirt and my boxers, and I was comfortable, you know what I mean? So yeah, I woke up at like 3:30 and 45 degrees. And I'm like, well, it's cold as balls. So I scoot over to the bathroom, head back to the bed, because like, I understand that for some reason, my system is not working, but I am very sleepy. I just woke up. I know that if I get back under my blanket, I'm going to be fine, because that blanket, as thin as it is fucking awesome at holding in heat. I have other blankets I could have layered on if I really needed it. So I just went back to bed. Now that that's on my mind, it didn't, maybe 2 hours went by, like 5 a.m. I woke up again, had to pee again, because I had drank some water before I went back to bed the first time. So this time I wake up and I'm like, all right, it's real cold. Check the thermostat and it's like 35. It had dropped another like 10 degrees in here. So I throw on some thermal layers. I throw on my normal like PJ pant and t-shirt layer, plus a hoodie, plus my jacket. I did take the jacket off because then I went back to bed. I got my slippers on, walked outside with a headlamp because it's 5 a.m. It's still dark. I'm looking at my tanks. Nothing seems out of place. Nothing is disconnected. Nothing is like audibly leaking or hissing. I turn off the big 100-gallon tank. I switch around the regulator. I turn back on the tank. The first time when I woke up, I kind of have been clued in on, check your stove, because the stove runs off of propane as well, just like your furnace. So if your stove is working and then your furnace isn't, then it's your furnace's problem. But if your stove's not working, then it's just a propane access problem, I guess. So I turned on my stove and I got a solid blue flame out of two burners for like, I don't know, a minute, or not even 30 seconds. And they just slowly dwindled down to nothing. So then at 5, when I went back out, I came back in after I'd fiddled with the doohickeys, came back in, checked the stove, and I had a blue flame on one burner for about 10 seconds, 15 seconds until it faded out. I have a blowtorch, so like a little handheld kind of kitchen blowtorch. I opened up one of the valves and I hit it, and it just wasn't lighting. So for some reason, there's no propane coming from the front of the house to the back of the house. It is 9:05, Friday, February 14th. Oh, hey, it's Valentine's Day. Woo! Yay! Anyway. Yeah. So at 8:30, about a half hour ago, I woke up again for a final time this morning. And I called my buddy Joe over at Joe's Garage, local guy here in Bellingham, I believe, or in the next town over, but he services this area, and specifically here at Circle CG Farm. Fantastic individual, really knows what he's talking about. So I gave him a ring, and I'm just kind of chilling and waiting until he gets here. I have no idea. He didn't give me an ETA necessarily. He said we'll be down in a little bit. He understands that it's the dead of winter and that I'm sitting in a 30-degree trailer. So he's not going to dilly-dally, I'm sure. But I'm sure he might also have other responsibilities this morning, other clients. Anyway, that's the morning update. Episode 13 went up yesterday. Feeling pretty good about that. So I will get to begin my edit of the new episode 14, today. In fact, maybe that's what I'll do. Although I don't really want to take my gloves off because as soon as I do, my hands get very, very cold. So with that said, I don't know what I'm doing. Just hanging out until Joe gets here, and then I will update you once we know what's going on. All right. I'm just gonna hang out here with my cup of cocoa and drink it and be warmed by it. So for now, join me and watch me watch TV. Okay, take two. Now that I remembered to have my lav mic plugged in. Hey, and welcome back. As you can see, I'm no longer as bundled up as I was. I'm not wearing my gloves. It is 9:57, just before 10 a.m. So that means that Joe was pretty quick today. Thank you, Joe, from Joe's Garage. Yeah, it turns out the main regulator, and I'll show a picture of what I'm talking about here, or a quick video. The main regulator crapped out last night, in the middle of the night, which I have to assume, so this is a 2019 travel trailer. I have to assume that was the original regulator that came with the unit, so it kind of makes sense that maybe by now it would be time to move on to a new one. So he replaced that, and now my heat's working. I definitely need to go beyond just sweeping up all the pet hair every other day or so, and I need to better pay attention to the vents. Apparently, through the circular vents is the air coming into the house, into the RV, and then there's a return vent where the air gets sucked back through to keep things circulating. There was a fair amount of fur on that grate. I've cleaned it just now. I gotta stay on top of that, but generally speaking, the furnace is still perfectly fine and working. In this place, I just checked, it was at 48 degrees from like 35 degrees or so. So it's definitely improved on that rather quickly. And I'm sure within the next 10, 20 minutes, I'll be taking off my hoodie again and being comfortable inside again. For now, for the rest of the day, on my docket, I do want to take a shower a little bit later. I do have some like dishes and stuff that I should be doing, technically. And I am going to upload the footage from today so far, and then get that starting to edit down, and then hopefully either have a video for you later tonight or tomorrow. Oh, hey. How's it going? So, yep, it's been a couple of days, and I figure I would end this video off with a proper sign-off and not just kind of fade out into black after I made dinner, but do a proper sign-off. Really not much to update. Still nothing showing up in my emails. I've still been hammering away at trying to find resources or, you know, just like advice, and not really getting very far in that route. I went to Reddit for, there's like two main Reddit pages. One is for like professional editors, and then one is for like amateur hobbyists and people trying to find work as editors. And they're both run by the same people, it seems like, and they're just oddly restrictive. Like, you can't just go into the thing and just like ask a general friendly kind of normal question. You have to, like, it's either a certain day of the week that you can post questions, or you can only ask it on a certain thread, which is updated weekly. I don't know, dude. It's just very restrictive, and it feels silly. Like, I just need an open dialogue with a bunch of people in the same room. Like, why is that so hard to find? Anyway, so yes, no luck yet on the job front, but it is what it is. I've been keeping busy. I've been doing some live streaming the last couple of days with a game called Body Cam, which is really fun. It's like a hyper realistic. I'm not even going to call it a run and gun, because like to me that's like Call of Duty and things like that, where people are jumping around and flipping and doing, you know, acrobatics, and you know, like, you know, you have to unload like 4 clips into a guy before he actually falls, because it's like just not balanced at all. Body Cam is not that game. It's totally balanced. It's way slower. It still gets your adrenaline pumping because you're like, you know, looking around and you're firing bang bangs at people and stuff. But anyway, it's a fun game, and it's been fun to stream. I've been streaming with my buddy Jesse, aka Rex Rizzo, and so it's been a pleasure to do. So I've been kind of keeping busy, and I thought I lost all the footage for this episode, but luckily, because I thought my system was running a little slow, which was, you know, this is a brand new workhorse, this should not be running slow. But I realized, you know, I've kept all my raw footage from all of the previous 13 episodes. So I really just, like, in my YouTube experience, I just haven't found the need to hold on to the raw footage. Like, I deeply want to hold on to the raw footage, but I just don't have the space or the budget or you know, an income, as we've all come to know now, to sustain any kind of like, just like massive hundreds of terabytes kind of like bank of hard drives, you know, stored somewhere that people have that have been talking about. Like, unless I can get some sponsorships, I'm not going to be able to do anything like that. So I've just now removed, earlier today, I removed a bunch of footage. And I thought I was on episode 15, forgetting that I was in the middle of editing episode 14, this episode. So luckily I was able to go to OneDrive and restore all the files. And here we are. So I thought I should just get this episode edited and then uploaded tonight. So that is the plan. Over the last couple of days, I finally did my dishes, finally did my laundry. As you saw, I did a nice sweep and mop and wipe down of my surfaces. And then I made some pretty bomb-ass garlic parmesan chicken thighs and the Main Street 4-cheese mac and cheese. Oh man, it's a good combination. It was very filling and delicious. So tonight I have a few kind of like quick prepare. I'm probably going to do the chicken enchiladas from Take Home. They're just kind of a favorite, and it's a nice good portion for a meal. Like, I feel like I ate something when I was done. I'm not hungry afterward. The flavors are all really good. So I'm probably going to do the chicken enchiladas tonight for dinner. And then maybe, I don't know, I might hop on. Oh, it's Monday night. Although it's a holiday, I'm going to see if my buddy Jesse is around tonight, because it is a holiday. But If not, I might just hop on and stream tonight anyway, and just hop in some random lobbies and see what's good. But we got hit with a pretty severe storm a couple of nights ago, so we already had some snow on the ground, and then we got dumped on by another 4 to 6 inches. And then yesterday was just cold and rainy, like a weird rainy mix, but like none of the stuff really like melted during the rain. It just like then became sheets of terrible ice. So this morning I tried to walk down to the bathroom, and I got all the way down to, I mean, you've seen it in footage before, but I got all the way down the road effectively to the point where I could turn in to walk over to the bathhouse. And nope, that getting up that hill, it was just a sheet of ice. The campground here, I know they've had trouble. They have a normal kind of, you'd see plow kind of size, not like a big plow on the highway, but like a normal kind of bigger than a normal pickup truck, kind of a dump truck. You know, I don't know, maybe I'll get a picture, I don't know. But it's got a salt shaker, it's got a salt applicator on the back, but they've had problems with it, I think, over the last couple of weeks. It has not been working well. So like, you know, nothing on the campground, like if they have the material, it's just not working. So hopefully they can get that thing up and running soon, because like, you know, it's part of the package of living here that you have access to the bathrooms, and it's like a daily need. And so one would hope that, you know, by tomorrow their roads here will be in a little bit better condition, but who knows. There was a guy out there with like a little lawn or like small driveway, kind of like almost like a lawn seed applicator, kind of you'd push, and he had it like buckled to the back of his car, and he was driving it and trying to disperse some salt. But anyway, that's probably going to do it for this update for episode 14. Thank you so much to everybody who has come through, watched these videos, likes and subscribes. I have 22 subscribers now, which is exciting. It's good. It shows some growth, and hopefully we can get those numbers to continue to rise. Yeah, as always, thanks for coming. We'll see you in the next one.